This is an anime and manga news channel. However, we're going to talk about Star Wars The Acolyte. Reason being is that the Acolyte creator Leslie Headland says that the show was tonally inspired by a particular anime. But in addition to that, we're also going to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, because the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen has basically given a brief explanation, emphasis on the word brief, for the reason why he likes to end your favorite character.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Ah, yes, the Shibuya incident arc, which was the season 2 of the anime. And that arc made it absolutely clear that Jujutsu Kaisen is a shonen series that is not afraid actually when it comes to ending its characters.
Yes, exactly.
And in a recent interview, Jujutsu Kaisen creator Gege Akutumi took the opportunity to share his reason when it comes to ending characters and how the decision is ultimately made. So this explanation took place at a JJK exhibit in Japan, and Gege was asked a question about a specific character named Mei Mei, who, based on the, spoiler alert for possibly those who may have never watched JJK season 1 or season 2, this character Mei Mei decided to run when all the drama that was happening in the Shibuya district was going on. So basically, in the video was asking the question was why all of these characters are kicking the bucket, but this particular character apparently remains alive. So here is response to that interesting question. So he says, I don't think a character should die if readers don't feel any emotion for them, like sadness.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Didn't I tell you that it's going to be a brief explanation? So, as he said, if you're attached to a particular character, possibly say bye-bye to that character. If the character is not so popular, not so loved or attached to, then that character will stay alive. That's basically the philosophy of Gege. What do you think? Do you think that this explanation makes sense to you? Or does it not make sense to you? Let us all know in the comments. And don't forget to brace yourself, because season 3, which is called the Cullen Game arc, that will also have some more characters kicking the bucket. So prepare yourselves. I'm sorry. Star Wars The Acolyte. A very, very divisive show. Some love it, many hate it. My opinion, it was a 10 out of 10.
What the hell you say?
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10 because it was a fantastic comedy. But as a Star Wars show, I give it a 3 out of 10. But let's get back to the cricket, because the reason why we are talking about this show, The Acolyte, is because the creator of the show said that the series was tonally inspired by this particular anime. And what we are talking about is, as what she mentioned, is the anime Cowboy Bebop. This is what they said in the interview. Those were big references, not visually but tonally, referring to Cowboy Bebop. Especially Cowboy Bebop bounces back and forth between Spike's backstory, which is incredibly tragic and heart-wrenching, and then his fun buoyancy when they do the episodic episodes. He feels like a Han Solo coded character, so totally those were references. She mentions these two characters as well, known as Jackie and Yod, in the show, and in relation to Cowboy Bebop, she said this: but Jackie and Yod, that was very Shinichiro Watanabe. like that sort of buoyant fun and then meeting a tragic end.
But wait! There's more!
Yes, there is more, because in another interview with one of the stars of The Acolyte in GQ magazine, the actor Manny Jacinto, he mentions that Demon Slayer and the live-action Rurouni Kenshin films played a very major part in his lightsaber combat style.
Interesting.
So here's what he said. When we initially talked about how the character moved, we noticed that in the prequels with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, they were always very uptight, like a fencer stance, and Jacinto.
Right.
But we wanted to just change levels and be incredibly dynamic. A big inspiration for us was the Rurouni Kenshin movies, these live-action Japanese movies with incredible swordplay. And I'm really into Demon Slayer, which informed a lot as well. Well, I know that gentleman's statement is going to anger a lot of Star Wars fans. But anyway, what do you think? Those who may have had the opportunity to watch Star Wars The Acolyte, and maybe anime fans like myself as well, do you agree? Do you notice that type of or anime's influence in the style of the show, in the lightsaber battles? And I have to agree that I don't know about the anime influence, but I have to agree that the lightsaber battles were pretty good. You gotta give them a little props for that. But do you agree? Are you seeing anime in Star Wars The Acolyte?
Nope.
But right now on your screen, you're going to see a video link come up. And it's a very interesting video that I want you to check out, because it talks about a person who watches anime at 3.5 speed. Yes, you heard correct. 3.5 speed. Check it out. It's pretty hilarious. But don't forget, in order for you to access that video, you have to click on the subscribe button. So that's it. Now go on.